Okay, so why did we decide to do the coffee side of the business under a social enterprise? The reason for that is that I've always wanted to do a social enterprise, but that isn't obviously the only reason that we're doing it. The idea of sort of bringing together, social responsibility and doing something good along with trying to do business is quite a hard thing to sort of bring together, really. A lot of people have done really successful businesses, made money, and then tried to do a lot of good then afterwards, but there's not many that get it both at the same time. So that appealed to us, and then the rest of the reasons were really that we wanted to do this, but it's got to be sensible. It can't be wishy-washy and fluffy. It's got to be commercially sharp. So what we did was we knew we had a good product that made coffee with patents and so on, but ultimately the coffee it uses is real coffee, and you can't really dress that up. The only way you can dress it up is by putting in pods and things like that, which you obviously probably come across. And then if we came up with a pod that was a certain shape, maybe a star-shaped one or something like that, we could then maybe make you have to buy our coffee because you'd have to have a pod that was a certain shape to fit in the device. And then we thought, well, wouldn't it be better if you wanted to buy the coffee? How do you do that? Good coffee, but also giving you something that you care about, a product that you feel an affinity towards, that you're connected to. So that's where we came up with Bean Heroes. So the way Bean Heroes works is, in essence, there's 3 very different projects that are funded 100% from that 20% of profits fund that go to fund social activities of the company. So the way that works is you buy the device, you then basically vote for your hero, then when you buy coffee, that vote keeps working to basically channel that 20% of that funding by your vote to your hero. So that's essentially how it works. So if 100 people vote for hero number 1, Martin, out of 100, then Martin gets 100% of the 20% of the profits that are being generated by the business. So that's in essence how the model works. That way, we've obviously started it off with 3 different types of causes that you can go for, 3 social projects, but you then pick one of those heroes to then carry that forward and to deliver that project, and you decide on that, not us. So that is where the sort of idea of Bean Heroes came along, and the first 3 things are things that are very important to me. Shaker, the second one, is my father-in-law. He's he's someone who's helped me a lot in business, and he's someone who suffers with Parkinson's. He wanted to do this, so this seemed like a good marriage of making the 2 things work. Martin, I've been involved with in business before, but he's also, he's also a good friend from university. So, and again, a lot of my friends went to the army, so I feel, that that's also something else that I connect to. But the idea is you've got to connect to it. So the idea of picking these 3 things, and obviously the children project at the end as well, is that you'll be able to pick something that you feel an affinity towards, and then you can continue to support that. Once the project is completed, you'll then be updated on it. Video will be sent to you. You'll be able to see exactly what that money has done, what that has achieved, and then you get invited to vote back in and start the next project. And obviously you're involved on the whole way along, and you help that hero to essentially deliver that project that will make a difference. And that's how Bean Heroes works. Thank you for listening.